Good morning, everybody. It is 8:20 a.m., November 30th, last day of November. Of course, we got news coming. We got Powell coming. Lots to talk about. Um, Talked about those biggest important levels for our bull bear line for the year. Those came to play yesterday. I'll get into the detail with that. Um, what I'm seeing now. We have Powell today. We have GDP coming out. We just had 80 ADP non-farm employment that came under, which pushed the market up at 8:15. But we have more news coming. Let's look at that real quick. We have, you can see that the non-farm employment change was under, which would be good for the market right now. We have GDP coming out in 8 minutes. Okay. Let's see here. We're previously 9.0. Let's look at this one. Quarter over quarter, 2.6 previous, forecasting 2.7. We also have Chicago PMI at 9:45, so be careful when that comes out if you're trading the futures or anything after 9:30. You have JOLTS job openings. Okay, previous was 10.717. They're looking to go for 10.3 million. We have pending home sales. Previous negative 10.2, expecting negative 5. And we have crude inventories at 10:30, and the big one at 1:30 we have Fed Powell speaking, which I would expect really after 11 o'clock or something the market to just die and wait for Powell. So, and that looks like what the market's setting to do already. All right, so we'll go back to these at around 8:30. But I want to get into, let's look at the watch list here. What's going on? I'll get into some news. Crude is up 3%. It's at two. It's up $2.42 a barrel. China is talking about doing a fourth COVID shot. They're lessening restrictions. They're getting lighter, so that's good for crude. Um, Bitcoin's up 2.67%. All right. Nasdaq's up 0.5%. The VIX is up. Interesting, right? VIX is up 0.37%. Russell's up 0.33%. ES up 0.28%. Right? And Dow's up 0.12%. And we got the triple headed. Part of the triple headed was the VIX, but that's up. But the dollar is down. 106.35 is down 0.44%. The 10-year yield is down 0.56%, 3.72. Okay. Let's look at some leaders and laggards like China's news. Baba's still making a move, up almost 3%. Pre-market coin with Bitcoin moving up 2.34. Boeing just got some extension for the 737 Max. That's why they're up. All right, followed by Tesla. And the only laggard right now is Snow. Snow's expecting earnings today. But I believe CrowdStrike. Yes, I believe CrowdStrike is down 20% pre-market, and that is probably a sympathy play from Snow. Um, so, which is negative. And we got oil, of course, no doubt. We got Exxon. Salesforce is going to post earnings today too, just like Snow. See aftermarket. Okay. Chevron. Okay, no big deal. What do we got? We have Goldman Sachs. Uh, Goldman Sachs is not down that much, but it's down a little bit. Nothing to note really. And with sectors, no surprise. Oil, the energy sector is up 1.12%, followed by semiconductors. And there's really no laggard to speak of. Okay. Let's look at this daily chart. All right, let's get into the SPY. Let's get to see what I'm seeing. All right, we got about 6 minutes till some of this news pops. Okay. Now, yesterday. Okay. Yes, it was bearish. We went under those levels that I talked about, and I said the last line of defense. I misspoke a little bit, saying it was 390. It was actually 393. You can see right here, 393 has been resistance, support, and here it was support again. and this trend line. Okay, this trend line's holding. Okay, we closed at 395.23. We are at right now 396 point, call it 39. Okay, so we're still in balance. Okay, yes. Does it look like bad for the last couple of days? Yes, but look, here's the top of balance up here, right around 403. Okay, and all we did was come up, found sellers, and look what we did. We went to the other end of balance and we found buyers. No surprise, right? That was our last line of defense right here. Okay, 390 is ultimate defense, but actually in this range it was really 393. So let's look at that real quickly here on the market, the volume profile here. You can see in the SPY, this level here, 393, was support, 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 and yesterday, look at that, support, right? Came right down to it, found buyers, right? This is really the last line, 390. That's just like, that's, if we break that, that's no good. Now, check this out, right? Look at this week, most traded price of the week, right? Let's look at this week, most traded price of the week. No, 396. 396 is the most traded price of the month. That's where price is right now. You can't get any more balance than where we're at. You can see it in the SPY right here. Price is right here. It's a little above it, but price is right here at the most traded price. And it happens to be the most traded price of the year. Okay? So now I can show you that. Let me add this really quickly. If I could do this quickly, I'll do it. Just to show you on the SPY. Just give me 1 second. That should do it. Okay. 1 second, 1 second. Check expansion. No. Okay, apply. Never mind. I can show you on the other chart. Actually, I can show you here, I believe. Give me 1 sec. I'll pull up futures. There we go. Let's go to the ES really quickly. Just wanted to show this on a different chart. So here's the most traded price of the year. Look where price is. Okay, I just wanted to show you on a toss kind of setup here. I could even put the SPY here just so you can see the SPY. Okay. Let me get to it cleaner. So look at that. Here's the most traded price of the year. This is where we're at. Just to show everybody. And I'm probably not, am I showing you this? Hold on, I just want to make sure I'm showing you this. Yeah, I am. Okay. Okay, so just to show everybody, right? Here's the SPY. And you can see, here's the profile for the last year. Look at that price. We are just in balance for the year. It's a very pivotal place. I just wanted to stress that, okay? Let me go back. Just wanted to show you guys that. See it on the TOS chart, see it on the SPY chart, because I usually show you on the futures chart. Okay? Let's look at the Qs. Qs, I said the last line of defense was 280. Well, we broke that yesterday. But guess what? We couldn't hold below it. Okay? We closed right at it. Okay? We closed at 280.57, right? Right now we're at 281, 282. Okay? So that's what that's at. Okay? We hit the 20, almost hit the 20. Simple moving average, okay? So we couldn't really break it yet, right? So the last line of defense held up. Let's look at this on a profile. All right, guys, I'm switching over to the news. Let's see. GDP better than the forecast. Let's see what else here. Well, GDP is really what I was looking for because that's really the pivotal news. But let's see if anything else pops up. Let's see. So GDP is forecasted to be better. It's actually better than the forecast. Oh, goods. Here's the goods trades balance, and GDP price index is better for quarter 3. Okay. All right. I'm not sure if that was a market mover or not. We'll look in a second. I don't see that being negative. Retail inventories for auto is exactly as forecasted. So, alrighty. And let's see. So, like I said, next thing is Chicago PMI and JOLTS jobs at 10. So be careful with these trades when these numbers come out, as pending home sales as well. Okay, let's get back to the chart. All right. So I see a doji candle right here on the Qs, but we'll get into the future. So I just wanted to show this last leg of defense. We pop below it, popped above it. Now we're above it, right? Most traded price of the year, 286. We're below that, so that's a little more bearish, okay? It's a little more bearish than the Qs, which is no surprise. All right. So let's go to the triple-headed. Let's go to that triple-headed monster. 10-year yields in a range, holding 3.6 in range, okay? The VIX. VIX is in a range from 22 to 21. All right, it's up a little bit today, probably because of Powell. All right, so let's look at the dollar. Market's just waiting. These things are waiting. Look in the range from 106. We're down a little bit today. We're just in a range, right? We can't pop. We need to pop above 106. We can't. All right. So those indicators are just in a range, waiting for more information. Okay. Let's go over to the futures. Okay. I try to shade this up a little bit to show everybody the monthly profile. You'll notice here an outline of orange, red here. That's the monthly profile. The blue now is for the last 5 days. So it's the last month and the last 5 days in blue. Okay. I usually had this on the left side of my screen so you guys couldn't see it, but now I'm just showing you that as well. Okay, so this is the ES. Okay, this is the ES. Now, check this out. Check this out. You can see this is what's crazy. The most traded price of the year, the most traded price of the week, and the most traded price of the month are right here. You can't get any more balance than this. That is such a powerful level, and that's where we're at. Price is at 39.65. So this area right here is very key for this market. It's the most traded price of this year, the most traded price from a year ago today, the most traded price of the month, the most traded price of the week. You can't get any more balance than that. And I really believe if the market's going to do something, we're going to have to hold above this level to go higher. We're going to have to hold below this level to go lower. It's the line in the sand. Okay? It's the line in the sand. So you could even see that here. I'll show you on this chart. Right here. There's this big node here, right? Hot pink line. There's price. Just another way to see it. Okay? You can see this is the most traded price of this month right here. It's 39.69. That's why that says that here. Most traded price of not last week, but the week before that it was the most traded. And then this week is the most traded price of this week. So it's just balance. And that's where the move's gonna come, right? So this just tells me there's not a lot of edge right now. Powell speaking, there's not a lot of edge. We're in the middle of the muddle. This can't get any more murky. It means that most people have find this price deemed fair for the year, for the month, for the week. Okay, and we're right there. The good news is we're gonna bust out of here and break out to the top or to the bottom. We're gonna break out higher, break out lower from this level for the end of the year. It's gonna set the tone. Okay, can't stress that enough. So for me right now, we do have a little bit of a weak high here. Okay, but then we have supply zones above. It's just it's murky, real murky. And Powell talking, could he do it? Maybe, maybe. They've been very hawkish of late. The Fed speakers, very hawkish. Okay, very hawkish. They had FOMC statement, thought we were talking, and then Powell just rained on that parade and was hawkish as you can be. And the Fed speakers have been hawkish up to this point. Yes, now we have good inflation data that came out last, so he can talk about that. But I have a feeling, I don't know, right? I don't know, but he might go in line with the hawkers. Who knows? He might surprise us with some dovishness. I don't know. Either way, the market's going to move somewhat. I don't know if it's the catalyst to do it all. I really believe it's December 13th with the CPI number, and then FOMC on December 14th. But let's get into this. So prices right now 39.63. Nothing to see here. We're an ultimate balance. Okay, ultimate balance. So we got the overnight high, overnight low, overnight the real RTH session high, RTH session low. We're inside yesterday's session. We're balanced here. Not much to see here. Okay. Not much to see. I mean, people are just banging around here. This is not a place to initiate trades. You don't initiate trades on high volume nodes, on most trader prices of the week. You don't, when you're in the middle of them, you just don't. You don't do it. You're going to get chopped to death. Okay? I've learned my lesson in the past. You just don't do it. How you do it is you want to see something move through them, come back, and can't get up, then you can do something. On the if you were down here and we moved violently up through it and held it, then you can do something. But not when we're in the middle of that. You're going to get chopped. That's a chop city right there. Right? So let's go over to NASDAQ. So the NASDAQ, okay, not as perfect, okay, but in the RTH, there is the most traded price of the week and the most traded price of the month. They're the same, okay, but this is the 24-hour most traded price of the month. That's 117, okay, that's 117. Okay, it's a little different, but you can see there's a large node here. So for the month, so these two levels here are very important, okay, but this right here is the most traded price of the year as well. So yes, this is the 24, but this level right here, most traded price of the week, most traded price of the month, most traded price of the year is right here, and that price is call 116. Okay, 116 right here. That's the key. Now NASDAQ is below it, but we're around it, but the NASDAQ is below it. A little more on the bears. That's a little win for the bears. We'll see it on another chart, right? Let's look at this on another chart. Here it is. Here's price is right here. Most traded price of the year, the last year, the week, the month. You get it, okay? You get it. Look at that. Okay? We're going to go here or here from there. That's what it's setting up for. That's what it's setting up for. Market's playing games right now, okay? And I'm smart enough to know now that you got to wait for your setup. This is chop city, all right? I'm not saying if you're a scalper, you can't scalp. I'm just saying that it's hard to get a direction right now. Nothing's getting fall through. You think it's just not a good. It's just we're balancing. We're waiting for some big catalyst. Okay. Let's just look at this briefly. So what do we got? Overnight high, overnight low. RTH high, RTH low. We're inside the session of yesterday. Okay? Inside the session of yesterday. So I don't know if this new view helps you guys out, because now you can see the monthly profile over the weekly in the blue. Hopefully it does. Makes it look a little easier, because before you were kind of blind. But that's the way this looks. Okay? Just another view to pound it home. You can see here, this is a 20. This is a daily chart of the futures. Here's the most traded price. Right here you can see the hot pink line and prices right there. I'm driving this home. That's how important this is to me. I'm driving it home to you guys. Here's the Nasdaq. Here's the most traded price of the year. Here's price. Okay? Just showing you. Balance, the most important level right now. And something will happen. Okay? We start falling, woof. We start going high, squeezing shorts. Okay? Santa Claus coming to town. I just wanted to make sure everybody understands that these levels are very important. Don't get caught in the chop. All right? All right. Let's look at give you my watch list, and we'll look at the hourly chart here. So look at that. Look at this candle up all the way up into the supply zone. So that GDP number is having some effect. Literally, look at that. Whipped all the way up here, whipped all the way down here, and it's right on the most traded price. Can't make this stuff up. Most traded price of the year. Look where it's at. Look where its price is at. Right here. Alright. I think you could tell that I'm in love with these prices. Alright. So, now, very important. We got a trend line that held yesterday. This trend line's been holding, resistant, and we broke it. This trend line's been broken overnight. Okay? Now we're just in the middle of the muddle here. There's not much to talk about. Okay? Not much to talk about. We do have this big last line of defense right here, 39.42, which did get support. Look at this. Support. Okay? That acted as our defense yesterday. And now look where we're at, right? So we couldn't get down. Sellers weren't strong enough. We're still in balance, okay? What a range we're in, huh? Pretty crazy. So today, 39.42. I'd say the 39.89s are resistance for today. But there's just such murk. I mean, there's supply zone, demand zone around the most traded price of the year. It is not pretty. Only thing I can see is, unless there's no catalyst that this is the zone we're probably going to play in. Come down to here, maybe pop up. Come up to here, pop down. Until we get some clear direction here, this market doesn't even know what it wants. All right, there's so much headline risk. All right, let's look at Nasdaq. And you'll see that last line of defense here was 115.28. And this level was very key. Okay? Very key. So it was support, support, and then we broke it yesterday. Broke it, came to the old right here was the most traded price of the year down here. Couldn't hold below it. Couldn't cruise it is crude. We can see right here is going nuts, and I'm not in that trade. A little upsetting. Um, couldn't hold it. Okay, couldn't hold it, and then we've been just moving up. Okay, so now let's see if this can get defended again. Now we're getting some weakness now in the market right now. Okay, let's see if this can hold it. Okay, we get below here, not good. Okay, but if this gets defended again, then we're just going to go back here, right? So that's what we're looking at today. I would say last line of defense, 115. Okay, this level's still important. And then we have the most traded price of the year here, month, week. That if we get above here, you got to look to 116.40, and then these levels. It's just murky out there, though. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go back here, go open up this to see where we're at. Let's look at the market profile. All right, so ES is bouncing around. All right, we're at 39.63. All right, so let's look at one thing that's important. Not anymore, but we opened down here. We went all the way up to here. That was 100% net short at this point. There's no edge to that now. If we opened here, which we did, and we opened up here, then you could fade the market. But now, that's out of the picture. That's out of the picture now. I'm noticing something here. I didn't put a demand zone here. So I'll put that here because we just tagged this demand zone. So let me put that there. So here's the key for today. This level's huge. Okay. As simple as this. Simple as this. Okay. It's probably the most simple I'm gonna make these because this is such a huge level. Okay. If we come up here, can't hold above it, slam back down it, and can't go, and we're gonna go down. Okay. Maybe test yesterday's lows. Okay. Same thing here. If we come down, here, find support at the overnight low, come back up, hold it, we're gonna go to yesterday's highs. Third door, you know what's gonna happen here. Balance. Okay, we could come up, come back down, balance. Okay, come down, balance. Now Powell is talking. I'd be surprised if we're not around this area for Powell. I think whatever happens in the early trade, I believe will be around this 39.70 level, around this area when Powell talks. I could be wrong, but that's what I probably is going to happen because people are going to wait. Okay, and remember, we got 9:45 news, we got 10 a.m. news, Jolt's jobs, and we got, I believe, Chicago PMI. All right, no different on this side, on the Nasdaq. Okay, yes, we are weaker. This is most traded price of the year in the month and the week here, and we're below it, so that is bearish. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not saying that. Okay, when we have the most traded, formerly the most traded price of the year is here, and we could ping pong in between these two levels. Okay, same thing though. If we manage to find support here, we could come up. Try to hold it, maybe reverse yesterday's highs and maybe make a move up. Okay, that would be a bullish thing. Again, if we come up, we can get reject, come up and then reject, come through, probably going down to the overnight lows, to yesterday's lows, and then we find out if we go farther. Okay, and then of course go to yesterday's highs, and what do we do? Come in and balance. Come down here, much greater price formerly of the year, and come up back here and balance. Okay, I believe we probably stay in this area before Powell. Just like the ES, I believe we're going to stay in somewhere in this area for Powell. Okay. All right. That is going to be it for me. I apologize if I was mentioned to me to one of my friends that there was questions during my live. I usually don't get any, so I'm not really cognizant of anybody asking questions. I apologize whoever did ask a question if I didn't answer it. You can leave a comment. I'll try to get to those because I get notified of those. But I do have my chat up. I don't usually get people that talk, so that's my bad for not seeing that. I apologize to whoever that was. Please give me a like if you like what I'm doing here. Trying to get more subscribers. Please comment. Any questions be much appreciated. Any feedback would be much appreciated. Guys, I'm going to be going here and I'm going to look at crude. And I wish everybody good luck today. Have a green day. Last day of the month, too. Last day of the month. And we have Powell. All right. All right, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.